You should never pick these nations in conflicted nations. Now, the biggest mistake in picking nations in conflicted nations is picking the biggest nation, thinking it's the best nation. Today, I intentionally picked the largest country in the world to show you why it's bad. These are the 3 bad things about large countries: high neighbors, sparse cities, and having too many cities. The thing about big countries is they have a lot of neighbors. I mean, for Russia, we have Belarus, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and then Mongolia, maybe even Turkey, China, Korea, and Japan are all kind of threats. As you could see, someone already attacked me: Finland. I mean, it isn't even a surprise. As a large country, you're likely to be attacked. Finland only has 3 border countries, and most countries need to expand. You need to expand in conflicted nations. There's no escaping, turtling. You have to conquer other countries. And so Finland has 3 other countries that they border and not really any threats. You can look at Sweden, Norway, they're not big threats. I mean, they're far away, their cities are far. They're likely to go to war with each other, but not Finland. And Finland shares half of its border with me, which is probably why Finland attacked me. My situation is so much worse because it's not just 3 countries. It's like 10 countries that I have to worry about. I could just get attacked by Belarus or Ukraine. If I was unlucky, I would get destroyed by Kazakhstan. And that would just completely obliterate me. Because you have so many neighbors that can attack you. My second point is these cities are just too sparse. Generally, other than Europe, large countries have sparse cities. This is a problem because sparse cities are weaker cities. They take forever to move to each other. They can't use certain units. Currently, I'm trying to move a unit from Novosibirsk to Yekaterinburg. It'll take me 2 days, and this plays against me, especially against defending against someone else, like Finland, currently. My extra cities are useless if I can't move units between each city. Currently, I'm trying to move a unit from Novosibirsk to Yekaterinburg, and it'll take me 2 days. Denser cities are just so much better. And also because you get better morale. In Vladivostok, I'm -8, just because my faraway capital. Also, these countries have extremely interesting playing styles, which I find is extremely different for new players, which often start off with far more standardized countries that aren't so big and don't have such big and such small countries, ranging from a size of Israel to the size of Russia. New players often try to start with units on all of their cities, and they often try to go with maybe the same types of units. Maybe they went for helicopters last time they played, and they might find it a shock when these new countries that they play, such as Russia, in the far extremes, don't really work out for what their normal playing style will refer to. And for example, building helicopters. Building helicopters is absolutely terrible as Russia. Helis have terrible range, and Russia is extremely big. You'll need to build several air bases in order to get enough range to attack some people and defend. In conclusion, big countries aren't very great. They have sparse cities, they have high neighbors, and they also have many other problems, such as having too many cities, too. All of these mean that big countries aren't very good, like Russia, Canada, China, and even the United States. But it's not all big countries. There's some with an exception. For example, India and Australia are some exceptions. And when you're looking at the countries, I think it's worth it to read about conflicted nations label on the country. Russia's explicitly labeled for experienced countries.